guess we'll call this one Landcruiser Mondays, because it's Monday and we've got Landcruisers and fits. Today I get to play with this monster. And nothing's better than getting rid of your crappy 6-cylinder and LS swapping. It's the thing to do. So, part of the conversion came this manifold here, which it came in for an exhaust leak, which it was leaking at that flange, but the fact that it had broken in half was probably the real issue it had. I did pull these manifolds off a VE last week. They are slightly different. This one's got a bit of an offset in it, whereas this one's straight to suit the conversion. I've mopped it up in there, and this looks like it's going to work just fine. So we're going to fit these up and modify the cap pipes to suit it. I think it's going to be quite a good fix for the car. So I've cleaned it up, I've modified a flange to go on here. Now it's time to pop it in there and see if I'm a genius or an idiot. Alright, I got all that cleaned up now. It's looking good. It was covered in gunk and goop. That is the gasket I pulled off, which is a mixture of steel and 90% silicon, I think. And it still didn't seal. It's a bit of a worry. This is what we're putting on. This is a non-genuine tin. When you're working with extractors, these are a pretty good option. When you're working with stock manifolds, these are a must. These will seal first time, every time, and will not warp and give you grief. So rock with them if you're rocking stock manifolds. That's my manifold there. It's time to put it on. So with a bit of messing around, I did get a new manifold in, and for that being a stock VE part, I think it fits this car quite well. The flanges didn't match up. I had to elongate the holes in those, but they are in there and they're going to work real nice for me, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm just going to make up a new connecting pipe to go from that hole to that hole. So I'll grab a mandrel off the shelf and cut him to the correct lengths and weld it together. Well, that's one side done. I modified the bottom pipe so it all connects back up, sensors plugged back in. Nice tin plate gaskets. This is not going to leak twice. Unfortunately, it's time to move on to the other side, and it's just about as much fun as this side has been. So, I best get cracking. Skill tester on this particular side. The conversion didn't really allow for the fact the firewall juts out a little bit far for that rear bolt. So I've got the gasket on there, got a front and rear bolt in, and to try and overcome this issue, I relief cut the manifold front and rear, so that hopefully I can just hang it on there, kind of like you do with an extractor. So let's find out if I'm a genius or an idiot. So there we are, that manifold's in. My little trick did work, and I'm just going to fabricate from there to where I cut the front of the cat converter. So I've come up with this little piece here, just going to go up in there nicely. But it doesn't look like it right now. When I get the right angle, it does clear the chassis quite well. And we'll just come down and we'll join back up to that guy. So I'll keep moving forward. Well, the Cruiser is finished. Got the VE manifolds on this car, and they've fitted pretty well. This side was the better side of the two. This sort of fit quite snugly down there next to the chassis. That worked out really quite well. The other side wasn't as good a fit. You can see it kind of steps out over the chassis a little bit, which wasn't that big a deal. All we did was just use a double 45 to turn it back in, and it worked out really well. So I think if you're doing this conversion, the stock headers are probably a neat way of doing it. This won't work on an 80 series, the chassis is too narrow, but on a 100 series, it's a pretty good option. They're going to last a lot longer than most of the aftermarket ones out there. Plus, these all have the factory heat shields on them. I don't know if that's a bonus or not, but it won't hurt. So that is it. This big old piece of machinery is ready to go out there and get dirty and do full drivey stuff.